I'm Akwesi training from Tumus Masqueraders Club, and I am an executive member and then the plans and events committee head. This interview is basically to let people know much about Tumus Masqueraders Club and then where we started and where we are heading to, and the program lineup that we have for this coming Christmas. So let's roll.
Okay, so let's talk about the history of Tumus.
Okay. Tumus was founded by 5 great men, namely Thomas, Ulysses, Seven, Mensa, and one other guy. And it was formed in Salt Pond somewhere around 1965. And it was for some time that it got to a point, the main founders, they passed that way. So other people came on board together with our current founder, Mr. Cranston. And they brought up the idea to bring the masquerade from Salt Pond to Takrady. And then it was introduced here in Takrady in the 90s. And since then, we've been a formidable force in terms of masquerade. Yes.
Actually, what is the vision of the club?
We seek to take this masquerade activities or this masquerade culture to a global stage, to be recognized as a national festival. So we are in the process of making sure that happens.
You made mention of when the club was formed. As of today, if we are talking about the age of Tumus, how old will be Tumus?
We are 55.
55?
Yeah.
Wow. As a club, since your inception, what has been some of the challenges?
The challenges, there are many, but the least that I can mention is the gradual increase of the materials and other stuff that we use. Because currently, the materials that we used to buy somewhere around in the April, May, thereabouts, the prices are doubling. And it's become a challenge. Because looking at our numbers, we are about 2,000 members, and if we are not able to provide for all, it will be a problem. Yeah.
Now, let's talk about some of the growth path. Even in terms of your challenges, now there are a lot of competition. It used to be 2, 3, 4, 5 clubs. These days there are many. And then doesn't it pose threats to you in one way or the other in terms of membership and all that? Hasn't it been affecting you in any way?
I can boldly say we are the SI unit of masquerade in Ghana. We've become some form of a benchmark. They look up to us, most masquerades in Takrady. Even those that are trying to copy our culture, people from the Tema area, they all look up to Tumus. We've become like a formidable force, yeah. So with that, we don't feel competition or being in a zone that's been threatening or something.
I see. So now we can talk about the growth path. It always starts from somewhere, and then through the process, we see some changes. Technology comes in, and then a whole lot. So let's talk about some of the growth path or some of the growth experience Tumus has had.
In the past, it was just masquerade, just Christmas marching through the principal streets and the likes. But currently, we've tried to brand the thing, bring more initiatives on board, more programs, more social interventions and other stuff. Yeah.
All right. Since you have huge numbers, somebody will say probably we have to capitalize on the numbers we have and then either take advantage of them, do business, not necessarily to take advantage, but to do something beneficially, which can bring some sort of mutual benefit to the members of the club. You have huge numbers, in fact, the biggest in the region.
Yes.
Is it an NGO? Are we doing business? It's just an association people are part of? What is it?
It's a society under the Western Masquerade Federation. And then right now, currently, masquerade is a business. It's a big-time business venture. And if I tell you the capital involved in coming out with a masquerade, you wouldn't believe. Yeah, it's become a business, and I like that part of it.
Okay, so we can say that Tumus is a registered business.
Yes.
It is not an NGO,
No.
it is not an association, but a registered business. How are you supporting the members of the club, or how are they benefiting from being members of the Tumus Club?
We have scholarship programs for the brilliant but needy kids that we embark every year, and then we register kids and old age people on the NHISS. We have some other social interventions that we've been doing. Just like recently, when they are about to write the BAC, we did some donations to some schools around the metropolis.
We're going into this year's festive or Yellow Tide. What should be the expectations for members, prospective members, anyone who is watching this video at this point in time?
As they all know, we always do things the exceptional way, and we are the masters of the game, so they should expect massive turnout this December. It's gonna be something different, something that they've never witnessed before.
I see. I don't know if it is allowed, but how much are we buying on attire this time?
Currently, it ranges from 180 cedis, that is for the kids,
okay,
to 350 cedis.
All right, for the adults.
Yeah, for the adults.
I see. You said that it's now a business, and so are we having some investors elsewhere who are coming in to invest, or as the owners who are doing their own investment, and then how are you handling that?
Currently, all the duty lies on the executives. We are in charge of everything. We are the ones financing and doing everything to make things happen. But we are seeking to get sponsorship, and we are knocking on doors. So gradually we'll get there.
Okay. Somebody will say that as an organization, and as you're saying, are we seeing much accountability?
Yes, of course, definitely. Once there's no accountability, you can't see progress.
Okay.
So that is part of our progress. We are more accountable. Yeah.
Okay, I see. In terms of marching on the principal street of Sekondi Takoradi, definitely there are women, there are children, and all that. What provisions are we making to ensure that all these groups are safe, or the vulnerable are safe on our streets? This
coming Saturday, we are launching our band, and as part of our safety measures and make sure everyone is at safe hands, we've engaged the Central Police Command, and they are providing us with security. So there will be traffic and safety.
Have you received any support from government?
Currently, no. But we're still knocking on doors. Hopefully we'll get there.
You haven't received any support from government so far? I see.
Just recently, our regional minister donated some machines.
Okay.
Some sewing machines.
Oh, you got machines, not one, not two. You got one.
It was about 30 or so.
I see.
They shared it among our masquerades here.
I see. But what kind of support will you actually prefer? Let's say if government wants to support masqueraders groups in Sekondi Takoradi, what kind of support will you ask for?
It has to be recognized as a national festival, so that they give us the needed support, and in terms of financial and other stuff, for us to make it big, to get it worldwide. Yeah.
I see. So you prefer Masqueraders festival in Sekondi Takoradi becoming a national festival?
Yes.
Where all eyes will be on us?
It should be.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Are you satisfied with the stakeholders who come in from time to time to help in the organization of the festival?
In the past, we only had one media house supporting the movement, but currently we've seen that more media houses and other stakeholders are trying to get on board, and it's a positive thing, yeah.
So what would you want them to do? Anything new? Are you expecting anything different from these stakeholders?
I believe if we all come on board, we can share ideas and look at ways to promote it, and let it get to the right stage that we want it to be. Yeah.
All right. Something for your members, prospective members, and then all that.
Okay. Roadmasters, we are the best, and everyone knows that, so no need to be telling. So we just want to entreat our members that we have a very good package for them this December, and they should watch out. The dress is very beautiful, and as we all know, we are turning out with the the best brass band in Taekwondo at the moment too.
I'm told you're launching the band?
Yes, we are launching them this Saturday.
This Saturday, at where?
We will be starting at the Diablo & Sons Limited.
Okay.
Manfred.
I see.
Just opposite the embassy office.
Okay.
Yeah, the time is 3 p.m.
Okay. All right. Thank
Everyone
you.
is invited.
I see.
Okay.
All right.